Well, I'm sorry. But I am not in the habit of helping a father manipulate his daughter, no matter how good his intentions may be.
I see. And is your opinion here based on what's best for Sydney or for the agency? Because the fact is, if Sydney doesn't talk to Laura, the CIA learns nothing.
So you still think of her as Laura, even though that was her alias?
Auto-circadian meditation. All the benefits of sleep in a fraction of the time. I can teach it to you, Sydney.
I told you, when we speak, you are to address me as Agent Bristow. Mr. Sark was one of your top operatives. He's now assumed control of your assets. He's launching a satellite with ground-penetrating surveillance capabilities, but I doubt this is news to you. What's he looking for?
Do you remember when you were 6 years old? I sent you to piano lessons. Your teacher was Miss Adams.
We're not having this conversation.
You asked me a question, I'm giving you an answer. Do you remember the first thing Miss Adams taught you about music?
She said music is like math. If you can count, you can play.
Every musical note has a corresponding frequency. Middle C, for example, vibrates at 261 hertz, which means any piece of music can be expressed as a series of numbers. Sark is looking for a music box designed by Rambaldi. The box plays a unique tune. Encoded within the tune, there's an equation.
For what?
Zero-point energy. A fuel source. The military applications alone would be unlimited.
From a music box.
Of course, the music won't play without the proper combination. Sark was working on deciphering it, but I don't know whether he was successful.
Fine. Thank you.
Speaking of Miss Adams, just before I left, I remember her encouraging you to try out for your school's Thanksgiving play. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But in the 20 years since I last saw you, I've often wondered. What part did you play?
I don't remember. It was around the time I was told my mother had died. Everything else is a blur.